I did this live is because someone in my Instagram stories, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you guys do. I'm Brit Inez ran there. And I host a Q&A every single week on Wasted Wednesdays. And someone asked about nutrition. What they wanted to know was, I never know where to kind of start with eating. I don't know how much to eat. I've heard I need to give up carbs. Do I need to really do that? Should I limit things? So I was just like, okay, you know what? Let me just put together this live stream so that way I can answer the questions that you guys have around eating to build curves, eating to build the body that you guys want. So as my thank you to you for you guys joining me live, hey Dom, please comment down below with questions that you guys have. What I will do as we go through today's live stream, I will answer the questions that you guys ask me live, and I'll either answer them as we go along or I will save them to the end of our live for today. So just take a little minute, and I will probably, plan to take some notes because I'm definitely going to be dropping some gems today because summer's coming, and I definitely want to make sure that everyone here is well prepared with the information that they need to come into loving how they look and feel, having the body that they want, because it's not too late. Even if you catching the replay and it's dead middle of the year, dead middle of winter, it is not too late, guys. Once you have everything going that you need to have working for you in terms of your diet, that's when you can really begin to create not only just the body that you want, but just the life stream that you want to, and the overall shape that you want as well. So that is why I am really excited to be putting together this live stream for you guys today. So here's the thing. If you've ever noticed that, let me kind of know in the comments too, right? Because I'm all about just giving y'all the real 100 here. So let me know if you've ever noticed someone who's lost a bunch of weight and they just kind of had they just look kind of slim, kind of soft. They might have been looking kind of stringy. There have been some celebrities who have gone through like weight loss surgeries and things like that. And yeah, they lost a significant amount of weight, but then it kind of just had like a lot of loose skin hanging and things like that. So let me know if you've ever kind of seen that. Type of one in the comments. And typically when I see that happen, when that happens, is because so many people, it's easy to lose weight, right? But you don't want to lose fat and muscle at the same time. That is what creates that look that you don't want to have. So if you've ever noticed, once you start like a weight loss journey, or you might have lost a good amount of weight, that at the end of the day, you still don't really like the way that you're shaped, even though that you're smaller, it's because you lost both muscle and both fat. So the tips I'm going to be sharing with you guys today are going to set you up so that way you do not lose your muscle in the process, because it's so hard. I'm not gonna say it's hard, but it does take a good amount of work, a good amount of effort and patience to build it. So I want to make sure that as you guys are going up through your journeys, that you're not losing it in the process. And the first thing that you need to do to make sure that that does not happen is you have to have an adequate amount of protein in your diet. So you guys hear me preach this all the time, especially if you work with me one-on-one, or if you just follow me on my Instagram stories, you'll see I'm always eating a protein something, right? Your girl loves, I'm eating some chicken, some fish, some kind of protein, something that I've made into a cake or a brownie or a waffle or just something. And the reason for that is because protein is very muscle sparing. So when you are looking to lose weight, to reshape your body, to tighten up, if you want to tone up, you're essentially building lean muscle mass, and your muscles need protein in order to do that, because you don't want to start losing weight, but also muscle in the process. And I know a lot of times that means a lot of people think like, oh, that means I have to eat a bunch of meat. I'm not a meat eater. You might be turned off by a lot of meats. You might be pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan. I have clients who fit all those lifestyles. It doesn't mean you have to eat meat all day long, but what it does mean is you definitely need to make sure that you are having the right amount of protein that you need based on your body goals and your body fat percentage, okay? And in your overall lifestyle too. And how active you are, right? All those things need to kind of be taken into consideration when you are looking at how much protein you should be eating. Because a lot of times I see the biggest mistake I see so many people make, like a lot of clients when they start working with me, I ask them like, okay, what are you eating? And they'll tell me exactly what they're eating, and they're under eating protein by a lot. So I'm not sitting here saying you need to stuff your face with it, but you definitely need to make sure that you have adequate amount of protein in your diet in order for you to reshape your body and to build the curves that you want, right? And if you're just not sure how much, and you're just like, okay, Brit, well, I know I need to get protein in, but I don't know what kind of sources I need to have. I don't know how much I need to have. I get bored eating the same thing. Then make sure you guys check out my the link I just posted here. I'm having a Build Your Curves challenge coming up pretty soon. And I am going to be breaking all that down for you guys because I know the importance of making sure you have adequate protein in your diet. And I want to make sure that everyone inside the challenge is set up for success. This challenge is going to be all about building your curves. So it's not only just training, it's not only just mindset and motivation and accountability, but it's nutrition as well. And it's nutrition in a way that's going to be set up so you can build the kind of body that you guys want to ultimately have. All right. So make sure you guys check that on out. But yeah, y'all, you got to get an adequate amount of protein. So if you have struggled with that, kind of let me know in the comments, what's your biggest issue with getting in protein? Because I hear a lot of people say things to me like, well, Brit, I just don't really like eating meat like that. Or I just feel like it's boring to eat. I get tired of eating the same thing over and over. So kind of let me know in the comments kind of what that is. All right, you guys. So this next thing that you need to have in your diet, if you want to build your curves, build your body, I don't care if you want to even just, right? You might just want to look more defined, okay? You got to have carbs. So carbs, y'all. The funny thing about this is probably the number one thing that I see so many clients be really fearful of. So when they get their plans from me or they join one of my challenges, they're always kind of like, oh my gosh, this is like a lot more, Brit, this is way more carbs than I thought I should be eating. I've actually been trying to stay away from carbs and give up carbs and things like that. So let me know if you ever felt like carbs are kind of the issue, because here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and go into my whole little rant about keto. Some of you guys know how I feel about keto. But the thing is, at the end of the day, going keto and not eating carbs is not going to reshape your body in the way that you want. Yes, you will lose weight if you stop eating carbs completely. I mean, it just, you have no choice but to, right? Because when you stop eating carbs, you're not going to hold as much water. I mean, it's just so many factors that go into place. So yes, it will show you weight loss, like on the scale. But when you're looking at like really like reshaping your body in a way that you want, so that you have like muscle tone and like definition, or maybe you want to kind of like your butt to kind of take on a different shape. Maybe you want to be a little bit more rounder. Maybe you want your shoulders to be rounder because you want to have that more hourglass shape. You got to make sure that you are eating carbs, especially around the times that you work out. So a lot of times people say things like, well, I just try and stay away from them, but really they can actually help your body goals in so many ways. Because what happens is, especially if you eat them around your workouts, your body's going to pull from that as the energy source first before it pulls from your muscles. If your body's pulling from your muscles, then guess what's going to happen? You're not going to get the benefit that you're putting in by doing the work in the gym or the work at the home workout. Right? So you got to make sure that you're properly fueling your body, especially around your workouts. So they definitely have a time and a place. Okay. They're not the enemy. It's not, you don't have to give up bread. You don't have to give up rice. You don't have to give up pancakes, like all those things that you kind of like steer away of when you're like, oh, I gotta lose weight, I'm gonna give up all those things. You can actually eat those things and lose fat, lose weight, build the body that you want. I mean, I have clients that are eating carbs like all day long, right? I have other clients who, just depending on their body fat percentages, they're eating carbs just around their workouts. But they definitely have a time and a place, and it's about eating the right portions and the right type at the right time of day. Because like I was sharing with you guys, carbs aren't really the enemy. The problem is a lot of you guys are overeating carbs. So anytime that you overeat anything, of course, your body's going to store it as fat, right? Because it can only use so much of it as energy. The rest is going to just store as fat. And then you have to look at the type of carbs, because your body's going to break down carbs that you eat from like some rice or rice cakes or like a potato differently than carbs that you're going to be eating from like potato chips and French fries and things like that. So the right type of carbs matter, and then especially the time of day that you eat them matters as well, okay? So kind of let me know if you guys have ever like steered clear of carbs because you felt like you just don't know if you should have them or they were kind of getting in the way of your results. Because that is one of the things that I love to kind of help my clients to uncover when they start working with me. And if you're not sure on like what sources are the best, because like I just said, not all carbs are created equal. If you're not sure how much you should be eating around your workouts or what are the ones you should kind of steer clear of, don't worry, I got you. I'm sharing the exact breakdowns inside my Build Your Curves challenge. So again, make sure you guys check that on out. If you are wanting to really just get your diet where it needs to be for you to see results from all the work that you're putting in. Because let's be clear, like we all are busy. We all have a lot of stuff going on. No one wants to sit here and do all this working out to only not get to where you want to be because your eating isn't where it needs to be. And you call yourself eating healthy and doing the right thing, okay? So this last thing that I'm going to be sharing with you guys that you need to have in your diet, it's one of those things where I hear so many people kind of like steer clear of because they feel like, well, if I eat this, it's going to make me fat. So I need to give this up altogether. So I either see two things. I either see people eating way too much of it or way too little of it, okay? And that would be fats. So a lot of people tend to have this misconception that fats are going to make you fat when in fact, they're not, okay? They're actually essential to your body for so many reasons. So the thing about fats is, one, they're going to really help to give you energy, okay? Your body needs fats, especially for the certain metabolic processes that it's going to be going through. It also helps you to better absorb nutrients and into your system. Hey, Deidre. And vitamins, like certain vitamins you're not going to absorb as well if you're not eating fats in your diet or you're under eating fats. Like they also help regulate hormone production as well. So I'm not going to go too far into that because that's a whole nother topic that I can just go into on another live stream for you guys. But fats are important. So let me know if you've ever thought that eating fat will make you fat, because I've heard that so often. On the flip side of that, I've had a lot of people come to me and they're just like, well, you know, I eat a lot of fats in my diet because they're trying to focus on being more keto. They're trying to focus on being more, they might be focusing on being just a little bit more conscious of the carbs that they're eating. So they think they need to kind of eat more fats. Well, the thing about fats is this, okay? Even though they're essential and your body needs them, they're very nutrient dense. And what I mean by that is for every 1 gram of fat you eat, that's 9 calories, okay? So in comparison to proteins and carbs, for every 1 gram of protein you eat, that's 4 calories. For every 1 gram of carbs that you eat, that's 4 calories. So fats are more than double the amount of calories that you get from eating protein and carbs, okay? That is why when you do eat fats, you have to be so careful and conscious of the amounts that you're eating, because it's real easy to just go in there and take a spoon, because I love peanut butter. So let me know if you a peanut butter lover too in the comments. Just send me a little one or send me a yes or some hearts, because it's so easy to just say, oh, okay, I know peanut butter is a healthy fat or nut butter is a healthy fat. I'm just gonna get a spoonful of it. It's so easy, y'all, to have a spoonful of peanut butter that's 100 calories versus 300 calories. And when you look at the portions, they're not all that different. Like they really are not at all. So I just think a lot of times people are just like, well, I don't really want to get into measuring out my food and things like that. Fats are the one thing that you need to make sure that you are eating enough of in the right amounts, but not overeating, okay? So let me just see. Teacher says, will you ever do a live stream on macros? That subject confuses the hell out of me. Okay, guys. So listen, actually, I did a live stream on macros. I think I titled it, How to Figure Out Your Macros. It is still live on my channel. So if you guys just kind of scroll back through, you guys can check it out there. And just please take a little moment here. If you are enjoying my content, let me see. Joseph says, thanks so much. This is live, great info. Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you guys are really enjoying my content on here, take a little moment to like and subscribe to my channel, you guys, so I know to kind of keep doing these things. I just started getting back into doing live streams. So if you guys want to keep these on coming, please subscribe so that I know that you guys want to see more of this, okay? So yeah, guys, like I was saying about the whole thing with fats, you just like with carbs, you have to eat the right amount at the right time and everything, because your body is going to process different from if you're eating bacon and butter versus nut butters and avocados and nuts, right? Your body's going to process those differently, okay? So I'm really about a clean way of eating. If you guys haven't noticed, especially if you follow me in my stories, you see that. And because when you eat in a more clean way, you're able to get better results from your efforts of wanting to rebuild, like build out your curves, build out your shape, put on muscle without gaining a lot of excess fat in the process. I think that's one of the things that I see so many people kind of just mess up, because they're just like, okay, well, I want to build out my curves, I want to build out more muscle, I'm going to eat more food, but they end up gaining excessive amounts of fat in the process. So you might start noticing like, yeah, your curves are looking, your booties might be looking a little bit full, your legs are looking a little bit bigger, but now you're getting some belly fat, or now you're getting like some arm fat, or now you're getting like some back fat and some back rolls that you don't really want that are there. That is why it's so important to eat the right things, the right portions at the right time in the right amounts. And if you guys are unsure on what to do and how to do all of those things, I'm breaking it all down inside my Build Your Curves challenge. It is going to be starting soon. So I just posted the link here on the screen. You guys can see it on the side. And I also have it in the comments as well. If you happen to be catching this video after, like way after May 15th, which is the date that I'm shooting this right now, then you can still click the link to get notified when the next round begins, or even to join if there's a current live round going on. All right, you guys. So if you guys have any questions at all about that, please let me know. Now is your time to drop down any questions that you guys have. To Teacher's point that she asked in terms of macros being confusing. The reason why they're so confusing, y'all, is because there is so much information out there. It is so hard to tell like what's what. And I get it 100%. That is why I never just give a client like, hey, here are your macros, go figure out the rest for you. Because it can be really challenging to do, especially if you just don't have a lot of experience doing it. You might want to put some food on your plan and it uses up all your fats for the day or all your carbs for the day. And you sitting here just looking like, oh, I guess all I can eat is lettuce and air for the rest of the day, right? So it's really easy to do, especially if you don't have a lot of experience with it. So if that's something that you guys want to teach yourself how to do, you can check out my the live stream that I did post. I think I hosted that live stream in October of last year, y'all. So you might have to scroll down a bit on my channel, but the replay is still there. It is still up for you guys, or you can just have me do it for you and either work with me one-on-one. You guys can all contact me to do that, or you can join the Build Your Curves challenge where I break it all down for you and give you the training plan. I give you everything that you need to get your body right, to build the curves that you want, the shape that you want without gaining a lot of excess fat in the process. I'll share with you guys what protein to eat, even if you're vegan, pescatarian, vegetarian. If you have gluten intolerances, right, I'm going to be sharing with you guys gluten-friendly ways to get your carbs in and things like that. I'm also going to be sharing with you guys tons of fat sources. So it really is going to be going down this challenge. That's why I'm so excited to be hosting it, y'all. So please let me know if there's other topics that you guys want me to cover. I am always open for other topics. It's not uncommon for me to do a whole live stream about it, or I might just do like a little story Q&A about it on my Instagram. So make sure you guys will follow me there as well. But yeah, y'all, I will look forward to you guys for dropping any kind of comments that you guys have here on this video. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys